Rogers is an autistic boy. He's 15 years old. He's been missing from Hendersonville, Tennessee. And everybody has been looking for him. Everybody. He is 5 foot 5 inches tall. He weighs 120 pounds. Sandy blonde hair, and he wears glasses. And again, there is no footprint of him whatsoever.
You think back, and there might have been a reason he was possibly upset or something outside that could have enticed him to go outside. Was there anything that came to mind?
We've been coming over that day and even the weeks before he left, and I hadn't been able to figure it out. That morning he was laughing, he was joking. Everyone we were around that day agreed that he seemed like he was in a good mood. He was behaving.
This boy, I've done told y'all, reminds me of my son that had autism, that is my third son. And he disappeared right down the road from part of where my family lives. And I take all of these cases serious. I am not playing about anything right now.
The original thinking was that Sebastian Rogers left home on his own, but the fact that he disappeared without a trace now has authorities looking into the very real possibility of foul play.
I'm not trying to accuse them of anything. I'm trying to tell you how suspicious they are now becoming.
Your theory.
I think it's possible that someone has my son. I think it's possible that someone has my son. I think it's possible that someone has my son.
Okay, Katie, who has Sebastian? We're all ears. Hello, everybody. Hello. Let's see. We have H. Davis. You are on a roll there. Hello, H. Davis. Hello. Susie Little. Me and you, Beth Ann. Hello, good to see you. Show Poodles. Hello. Smiley, thank you for talking about Sebastian. Oh, you're welcome. You don't have to thank me. Let's see. Hello, everybody, and hello, everybody in the bushes. Welcome. Elaine, GG of 2. Hello. I hope everybody's doing good tonight. May 20th. Where is this time going? Beauty and Brains. Hello. If I didn't know better, I'd say you was Katie and Chris. I'm just kidding. Hello, Beauty and Brains. Welcome. I'm not going to insult you like that. I really am not. You moved? Oh, good. I'm so glad you got moved. I'm so glad. Haley Ann, hello. Surely not. Well, you're welcome to be here, whether you're Chris and KK or Beauty and Brains. Hey. I'm just kidding. Scotty Too Hottie, hello. Sharon Marlowe, hello. Welcome, everybody. Listen, hey, Terry, good to see you, Terry Parker. Hello. I got Happy up here sitting with me tonight. Happy. Say hello. You ain't thinking about it tonight, are you? Joanne, hello. Yeah, I just felt like I wanted Happy up here with me tonight. So you see me moving and rubbing, I'm rubbing on Happy. I was gone all day today. I could have took her with me, but I just got out again to myself and just went. How about that? But I want to say, listen, I want to say prayers to everybody in Tennessee. Y'all be so careful because there are storms and tornadoes. And hold on just a minute. Let me say okay to somebody so they know I acknowledged. Hold on. Want to say, prayers to everybody, and please be safe. Susie and Bad Teacher and Kiki True Crime, Kiki says she's buckling down right now. I just seen your little video, Kiki. Yeah, so, I have family up there too, and my brother and my son and so on and so on. So I am hoping everybody's buckling down. Yeah, I hope everybody is buckling down. Christy, hello. Hey fam. Hope everybody's doing good tonight, other than worrying about the storm. And today is Tuesday. It sure is. My goodness. So, yeah, I've been ripping and roaring all day. I hope y'all been doing good and doing some things and getting out and about. Blue skies. Hello. Oh, my gosh. That is not good. I am so sorry, blue skies. I'm so sorry. That's never good. Hello. Welcome in, everybody. I didn't even check either to see who's live or who's not, and I apologize for that. I just thank you for being here. I didn't even check either to see who's live or who's not, and I apologize for that. I just thank you for being here. I was charging my other phone up, and I forgot to turn it down. So there's that. Sorry. Yeah. I charging it up. It's charged enough. So I was charging it up and I forgot to turn it down. I hate when it does that. But anyway, yeah, prayers to everybody. Taco Tuesday. Well, I got out to myself today, so I treated myself to I can't even think. It was something I hadn't had in a long time. Let's see. Hold on a minute. Oh, tropical smoothie. I was trying to think of the name of it. Tropical smoothie. Hey, Linda Hall, which I love tropical smoothie. I got it did today, Christy Smith. It'll actually look better when I wash it and do it. But yes, I did get it did. Got it did. Got the nails did. Got the whole works. Tropical smoothie, and thank you, by the way. Tropical smoothie, banana and pineapple, and I got a chicken wrap. Y'all, that was over $20 for one person. I'm like, what in the heck? Oh, it was so good though. It was good, honey. Let me tell you, it was so good. I'm like, but what? What is going on? Today, Lorraine, oh my gosh, happy birthday to you. I don't have all my bells and whistles in here, but I am stopping everything. Okay, watch. I promise y'all. Hold on a minute. I may have to. Okay, watch. I want y'all to see. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. She's scratching on my leg. Happy birthday to Lorraine. Hold on, that wasn't good. We're gonna get this. Let's get this again. I was paying attention to Happy. We can't pay attention to Happy because it's Lorraine Law's birthday, and 79 at that. Okay. I can't do like Justin. I can't do no Marilyn Monroe. Annabella Honeys and Justin told me never, ever, ever try to do no Marilyn Monroe again. So I won't. I don't know if I'll be able to do this or not. You know I love you. Oh, gosh. I need to get me something made to do it for me. Why y'all gonna make me laugh? Okay. Look, I got Marilyn Monroe up there. I do. She could do it. Look, I'm just showing y'all my whole entire house. Oh, wait a minute. Where's my stuff? I can't. Wait. Oh, shit. I can't. Oh, y'all see her? See Marilyn up there? I do have Marilyn. I just cannot impersonate her. I can't. I'm getting emails saying you got the giggles. All right. I can't do Marilyn. I am going to give you a happy birthday. I'm better looking than Marilyn. Thank you. Oh, boy, that's a compliment. Lord, don't let nobody get a hold of that. They'll be on my eyebrows and everything else, honey, tomorrow. Ooh, I can't do it. Let's see. Can't never could do nothing, could they? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lorraine Law. Happy birthday to you. Ooh, you. I can't. Giving Justin a run for his money. Oh my God. Lord have mercy. Y'all got to warn me next time. Maybe I'll get that little white dress, a fan, a wig. Happy birthday. I hope it's been a wonderful day for you. I love you, love you, love you. Oh my God. And you, Happy, can just sit down. My baby. Where's Justin? I don't know. I don't know. He might be on. Who knows? I don't know. I didn't check today. I've been gone all day. I've been running and ripping. And then I got home. And then I had to go through all this. Val, you crazy. You did make it, Lisa. You absolutely did. You did. Linda Hall, hello. Honey, I'll keep any other job, a day job, a night job, a side job, or whatever job, but it won't be a singing job, I'll tell you that. Oh, thank you, Lorraine. Thank you. But I hope. Okay, Sped teacher, your birthday's in September. My husband's is in September. I don't know too many people that's in September. Next month is bittersweet. It's mine. It would have been my mom's, but it's everybody's and their brothers, grandbabies, my sons, everybody's. Hey, Daniel. Hello. Yeah, June's busy month. Justin just finished up a short time ago. He did. Good. Is there anything new before we get started on? I'm sure he probably did Jack and Lily. Anything new going on there? Hey, bro. Oh, my gosh. Oh, September is so kind. My mom and my dad. Yeah. Your birthday's June 11th. Oh, got so many birthdays in June. All my family, everybody I know, June, and got anniversaries in June. It's like every time you turn around, it's June. Bunch of Geminis in June. Yeah, September is good people. Absolutely. Oh, Deanna, yeah, I'm sorry. My mom's was June 6th. It's coming up. Yeah. June 10th. Mine's June 15th. Cancer's June 2. Yep. Yeah. Nothing more on Lily and Jack, so to speak of. Yeah, I was listening to something as I went out the door this morning. You have 5 siblings. It was birthdays in September. Oh. Yours is in September, Beth Ann. Oh. Yeah, 46 years. Oh, congratulations. June 2nd. Yeah. June's busy month. It's now, yeah, okay, so I was going out the door this morning, and I was listening to Rich and Ruby, and I did see where he was reading off the police line or whatever, and it is a criminal investigation. So I did see that, but I saw it somewhere else too. As I was driving, I didn't get to listen to the whole podcast. I don't even know whose podcast it was. You know, it just flips on. I think the guy was a detective. He was a guest on somebody's show. I don't know who that show was at all. And your son, Beth Ann. Oh, okay. Gotcha. But he was saying the same thing, and he said it's a well-known man. I just can't think of his name. And he said that he either suspects them to find Lily and Jack in the next couple of days, or he suspects them to, or there to be an arrest. He didn't say of who. He just said expects there to be an arrest. So I don't know. I haven't had a chance to catch up on it today, but other than that, I haven't heard anything. I haven't got to hear Justin tonight, but I do pray they're found. I haven't posted yet. I did do a little short video by the water, but I'll just say what I said there real quick before I get into Sebastian. I was just saying, and I hate talking to myself when I'm in the car or something like that, and I don't do a live, so it was probably all crazy anyway. But I was just like what is happening here? Like, all these years, I'm just saying, I'm not saying at all like all step parents are bad by any means at all. No, because I'm not pointing fingers at any case I'm doing here, but I'm just saying, hey, R. Taylor, I'm saying all these years, you go back to, I don't know if any of y'all remember this case, baby Lisa. I know, Julia, right? It's like crazy, but I feel so funny doing it. You go back to Haley Cummings. You go back to all these things when I wasn't even online and stuff. And these kids get missing, okay? And it seems, I'm just saying from my perspective, it seems obvious what happened. Maybe that's not what happened, but it seems obvious. And then it seems these people get away with it and stuff like that. But nothing ever comes of it, it seems. Okay, so then all these years go by, and it either seems like people try to copy, or they say, hey, these people are getting away with it or something. And then let's just fast forward to Summer Wells. Again, not trying to accuse anybody, but you got way out in nowhere, okay? You got what I'm talking about now is, at least 5 people at home. 3, 4, 5. You got at least 5 people at home, maybe 6. A little girl goes missing at pretty much a dead end road out in the middle of nowhere. Nothing's ever done. I always said from day one, you got a bus there, you got cars there, you got broad daylight I mean, make it make sense. Dogs, make it make sense. Nothing's done. Regardless of if it's Ronnie Lawson, regardless of it, whatever. Then we got Sebastian Rogers. Mom's home. Now you got locked doors. Locked doors. No way in, no way out. You got stepdad telling the story when he wasn't even there, from Memphis, Tennessee, 2.5, 3 hours away. You got, no video, no nothing. You know, that don't seem to be going anywhere. And then we got Jack and Lily, 2 kids. My were stepdad and mom's in the bed. A 16-month-old baby's in the bed. A grandmother or whoever is living on property, and supposedly, allegedly, a brother. Okay? What I'm getting at is, what is it going to be next if they don't do something? What's going to be next? Are we going to start losing a week-old baby, 2 and 3 of them at a time? With 3 or 4 adults there, way out in the boonies. People need to get a grip. Something needs to be done. Things need to be changed. I don't know, but this is getting ridiculous. I mean, seriously. Things like this cannot go on. Why are these children disappearing? And why are they disappearing with their parents in the house? The parents are the ones responsible for them, regardless. It's disturbing, if you ask me. I believe, in my opinion, allegedly, that baby is in CPS. Now, I can't confirm that. Haven't been able to confirm that. Daniel said that they, I don't know who they is, if it's him, his mom, or whoever, went to see that baby, and they were not allowed to. CPS said, no way, Jose. Not until all this is settled. So, I don't know. But I feel like if he's not able to see the baby, the mother should not have the baby in her care either. Period. That's what I think, if you ask me. I know nobody asked me, but that's what I'm telling you. And hello, everybody coming in. Hello. Sorry that I missed everybody. I see you coming in. I just didn't want to lose my train of thought. Hello. I see you. Love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Because they were both there. And at the very least, hey, Winning, at the very least, they should, get them for neglect, because there's definitely neglect. Hey, Mickey Shell, hello. Because there's no doubt about it. There's just no doubt about it. Yeah, laws can be passed. It takes a lot of work, and it does take a lot of complaining and, so on and so on. But a lot needs to be done, and these kids need to feel safe, and we need to do a call for safety for these kids. I'll be the first one to tell you, I'm not the smartest one in the room. I don't know how to do a lot of things and run my mouth, but it needs to be some kind of call for safety. Hey, BMW. Hello. Hey, Summer Rain. Yeah. At the very least, all parents are responsible. All of these parents are responsible. Exactly. And that's a big red flag. Why children disappear in a home, especially when parents are there. That should be your first red flag, should be your second red flag, and it should be your third red flag. And especially if they have others kin to them on property, it's sad. It's very sad, in my opinion. And I want us to be the voices for Sebastian. That's what I want, us to be the voices for Sebastian. That's what we need to be. Yeah, and absolutely quit making kids' parents' paycheck. 100. Smiley, could he be a risk? Smiley, he could be a risk. There could be domestic violence, so CPS has told her not to have contact with the baby. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That is a possibility. I thought about that too, and it is a possibility. Because if y'all remember, he said himself that they were at the ambulance, or she was at the ambulance, and they were giving some kind of statement. And the next thing, he looked up and she was gone. So, yeah, I mean, anything's possible. I know in a lot of domestic violence cases, people say, well, why don't they get away? Or they could get away. Or I don't feel sorry for them because they didn't get away. Things are just not always that easy, people. It's just not. However, she could have got down there and got with them and absolutely got away at that point. That's why I say Katie is not scared of Chris. She's had plenty of opportunity to get away. I'm just saying. Just saying. But you see what I have here? My story, my story's not over yet. And I put Sebastian's name. Because Sebastian's story is not over yet, y'all. I don't care who is not talking about him. I don't care who is talking about him. I'm going to continue to talk about him until I'm blue in the face. This child right here, this young man, he is still missing. And his story is not over. No, Kimbo, he did not run away, in my opinion, either. And the purpose of this entire video that I'm doing right now is to keep Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers' name and face and awareness about him out there. But it's also a call for child safety and all children's safety. First, in case anybody did not know who Sebastian is, and I think everybody in here knows who Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is. But anybody that comes through here not watching, have never heard of Sebastian, and trust and believe there's people out there that don't know who Sebastian is. Unfortunately, that's why it's important to hit the thumbs up. That's why it's important to share not just my video out. I really could care less. I was told before, don't be like that, Smiley. I do now. Share all of my Sebastian videos out, please. But anybody's that's doing Sebastian's, share them out. Hit the thumbs up. Keep his name and face out there, because very little people are still doing Sebastian. And we don't want him to get lost. We want him out there everywhere, in my opinion. And for those who have not heard about him, and there are people out there that haven't, I want to let you know just a little background, I want you to know that Sebastian, first of all, he's been missing from his Hendersonville, Tennessee home, Sumner County, since February 25th, 2024. And he was 15 at the time. If he's still alive, and we all hope he is, then he turns 16 years old, and he is now 16. He was last known to be at his home in the Stafford Court area with his mother, Katie Lynn Proudfoot. But there were no video cameras. However, he was on camera with his mother, Katie Lynn Proudfoot, at Texas Roadhouse in Hendersonville, Tennessee, seen also not only eating with her, but getting in the car with her, caught on camera. She said out of her mouth, and I'm just breaking it down, she said out of her mouth, she went to wake him up the next morning and he was gone. There's way more to this story than that, but the bottom line is, allegedly, she didn't call 911. She called her husband, Chris Proudfoot, 3 hours away, who allegedly hadn't been home in a month, working. And he called a direct number he had with the sheriff's department. He put the mother, Katie Proudfoot, on mute, and he did a 3-way call. He's pretty much told the entire story like he was there every step of the way. So for now, if you don't know who Sebastian is, please just Google it, y'all. No pun intended. Because it's a hot mess. It's a hot mess. Sebastian was also said to have left barefoot, wearing a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants, and black square frame glasses. Again, just remember, how would stepdad know when he wasn't there? All of that. Frankly, how would his mom know? How would she know if Sebastian didn't change clothes or what he was wearing? Because that is not what he had on at Texas Roadhouse. And mom said she did not check on him before she went to bed at midnight, which that's been changed too. Matter of fact, y'all listen to Shay's Safe Place. Exactly, Karen. Why would she? I want y'all to listen to the show. I didn't pull it up, but I want y'all to listen to Shay's Safe Place that she made. Did Katie say she went to bed at 9 o'clock? Huh? In one of those pieces? Lord help us all. Anyway. I don't understand. And at the end of when I get finished talking here, this is what y'all should be writing to Brandon Carter and sending in these clips, because that's what they want to know. Yeah, green eyes. Gone for a month, Chris. How and where did you get them dog scratches? Quotations, dog scratches. Yeah, okay. Yeah, exactly. That is not what he had on at the Texas Roadhouse, I said. And she didn't check on him before bedtime because she told me that in our 3-hour interview. Remember? Because I asked her. She also never mentioned Sebastian having a bath or a shower that day or that night. And trust me, it's been asked not only by 1 or 2 people, it's been asked multiple times. nobody will answer that. Now, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, she would want him to have a bath or a shower after going to all those places she took him. Overloaded him that day, because she did overload him. She did overload him. She took him everywhere like it was his last day. And not to mention, she's absolutely said out of her own mouth, absolutely said it, that, he's smelly sometimes. Hey, Lisa, I hope you're doing good. I hope your husband's doing good, honey. And, and actually, you're going to tell me, he's a boy, he's smelly, and, all that kind of stuff. So you're going to tell me that you're going to take him to the bowling alley, to these stores, to this, to that, to all the places, to Texas Roadhouse. You're going to put yourself in the bad light. He has to wear these pull-ups, all this kind of thing. And then, he's going handling places that has germs and all this stuff. And now I'm going to give her a compliment, because she's such a clean housekeeper, or they have a housekeeper come in and make it look like it, because I still feel like that house is a damn prop for his little girl, for the judge or whatever. But anyway, that's beside the point. I don't want to talk about her. But you're going to tell me you're going to do all these things, and you're going to tell me when you come home that night that you're not going to have Sebastian take a bath or a shower and get in your nice, clean, crisp sheets, or his in his room, whatever. Oh, yeah, I'm aware of the poker game, but that happened Friday night. I'm talking Sunday, honey. I'm talking Sunday. The poker game was Friday. So why there was a mention of her taking a bath on Sunday. So why not Sebastian? Why? And I agree. I agree, Val. And she went to wake him up. There was no abduction, in my opinion, Lisa. You can speculate, but there was no abduction. I'm listening to you. Who abducted him? Who? Yeah. In my opinion, just put my opinion. There was no abduction. Just like he didn't walk out there that door. And Nancy Grace was all over that, in my opinion. Did you park your car in the garage? Was the garage door opened or closed? Ray Charles can see that. That's right. Don't take a genius to figure that out. It really don't. Alive or unalive. I think he left in Katie's car, in my opinion. Now, if he left in Katie's car that morning and she swapped him with maybe Chris's mom, who was down there way early, Katie's still responsible for that. He does, Green Eyes. But something happened to Sebastian in that house, in my opinion. Everybody else is allowed to have their own opinions. I'm just telling you what mine is. I feel like I wish they would have took and they might have took the pills and counted them. I don't know. I don't know. You know, since Kathy, hold on. I don't know if I can find this right offhand or not. I don't know if I can. Maybe, maybe not. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh, here it is. All right. Kathy wrote this. I don't know if y'all can see it. So and this was a while back ago, y'all. So that's why I said if I could find it. She wrote it to somebody in the Facebook group. And it says, you are the exact top. I don't know what the question was or who said what, but Kathy said, you are the exact type of people that are keeping this child from being located. You wanted to spew lies about people to fit your small-minded narrative. If you can provide a credible witness that claims they saw me at Worsham's, then do it. Otherwise, shut up. By the way, for the last time, she's screaming, my location is known, and it's not Worsham's. If your intent is to actually find this child, please use your efforts in a constructive manner instead of spreading lies. Well, Kathy, Guy Bowersocks, if you would like to come on my panel, I'll drop you a link if you want to come up here and talk about your whereabouts and why or why not everybody should stop talking about you being at Worsham's. You're more than welcome. I will drop you a link, and I'll be as respectful to you, ma'am, as I was your son. Matter of fact, I'll just sit here and shut up and allow you to tell your story. How about that? Anyway. So, if anybody wants to run, go tell her and go get her. Do it now or forever hold your peace. Oh, Sandy, never say never, honey. Never say never. I'm still giving her the invite. Anyway, but she sure is. She sure is. She sure is. Yeah, but she never brought up, Katie never brought up the shower thing or the bath thing, right? Right, Gemini, but she didn't say she wasn't at the beach storage, right? She didn't say she wasn't at the beach storage, which is right by Worsham's, right? Ironic, I have screenshots of C Power Socks comments on Facebook. Her friends didn't even know Sebastian is her grandson. Exactly. Boom, boom, chicka, boom, boom. And for them to be in such cahoots with the police, there was one, I'd had to go way back. It might even be on my other phone. If you remember this trooper's mom, she was telling somebody to do something or something like that on when they were searching. And the cops told her she needed to stop or something to that manner. And they didn't even know who she was. Remember that? Have you got that one? That was funny. That was hilarious. We don't know, Lisa. We don't know where Sebastian is. He could have been. Could have been. Sebastian could be anywhere. Sebastian could be anywhere. If we knew where Sebastian was, I believe his daddy would go get him and done have him home. That's what I believe with my entire being right now. You know, that's what I believe. Plus, what I was going to say a while ago, she did not even get him up. Hey, Bo. She did not even wake him up in time enough to take a shower that morning and get him ready for school before she allegedly found him missing, in my opinion. Katie knows it. Chris knows it. I know it. Y'all know it. And Ellie knows it too. Sorry. The truth is the truth is the truth. And if Chris was not there, he knows it too. Actually, Sebastian has autism, and he has a rare condition. I think it's the 6q27 chromosome deletion, which can affect his development and behavior, among other things. And correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it's the 6q27. Hold on. Yeah, exactly. But because of that alone, his disappearance was classified as an endangered missing child. Also, he was put under active Amber Alert, and he still is under an active Amber Alert. Also, Sumner County Sheriff's Office is the lead investigators. As we know, Brandon Carter has had this case since day one. They work hand in hand with TBI, and Bobby Simmons is lead investigator over there at TBI. FBI has offered a $50,000 reward, and they take tips. And yes, they are there, and they work anything that could be across state lines. I feel like that they already thought this could be across state lines. I know that they have had tips. Seth has had to go across state lines. And yes, he has. He absolutely has. Seth has done everything in his power. And that's just what little tiny bit that I know, which is not much. And I'll assure you, it's more than 4 times. People were so damn stupid. Sumner County says this case is active and ongoing. I said, good to that, but they still need to put some pep in their steps, if you ask me. They need some outside help. Yeah. You know what? People get adrenaline and they'll do anything for their child, but just speaking, I don't see how he's done what he's done. To be honest with you. And the funny thing is, which is not ha-ha funny, but the funny thing is, well, we see some parents don't do that. I'm not just speaking in this case. It's all over the TV, the news. You see it every day. Yeah, I wondered that too. Wondered how that jury's working out for her, that necklace. Or does she change it to something else? I'm just curious, just wondering. I was wondering that the other day. But yeah, FBI, they offered a $50,000 reward. They take tips. And yeah, they do things too. And for the last time, I'm going to tell y'all, hey, Daily Tab, how are you doing? You're up mighty late. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Uh-oh. I hope you're doing good. Thank you for being here. But yeah, so Sumner County, they just need to put a little pep in their step, and they need to put their ego aside, and I think they need to ask for some outside help. Because, I think Sebastian deserves that. It's not about them or their ego or us or anybody else. Hey, forget me not. Hello. Yeah, Kiki, she came back once. Leslie. I think she left again. You are in treatment now. Bless you. Make sure you keep me updated. Everybody pray for Daily Tab, please. I'll let her tell you anything she wants to tell you going on. But we prayed for you yesterday, Daily. Sending up love and prayers, honey. Carla H. says, I wonder how Katie feels now. Hold on a minute. How Katie feels now. She got rid of her son for that. Well, Chris. Now Chris is leaving her. Well, Katie, you're going to prison for nothing. And that's the thing. I'll just say if, allegedly, these people don't understand that eventually there's no perfect crime, and especially if there's more than one person with knowledge or knows or is in on it, then they eventually get caught. They eventually don't end up with what they thought or who they thought they would end up with or what they would end up with. And then they don't have their one gift from God, their only thing that they should be concerned with, their child, and then they're going to go to prison. Is what true? I don't know what part you're talking about, honey. And hey, Tam here. What part? Lord, there ain't no telling what I've said that you've. So then they've done everything for nothing. Yeah, she's okay, Kiki. Good. I'm glad you're okay. Leslie was worried about you. Yeah, your mama, honey, your mama was worried. She's really scared. So, yeah. Hey, Kelly. Hello. He posted a thank you for posting on a comment earlier today. So that's all I've heard from him, Kelly. He may be watching this now. He may drop it. I don't know. That's the only thing I've, physically or anything heard from him lately. I know he's having a hard time. Yeah, right, L. Kennedy, right. Yeah, well, his disability, he could he could qualify for the Amber Alert. I can't, Trooper's mom. I really can't. I can't. That's sad. It really is sad. But yeah, they, actually, I just couldn't imagine. But Sumner County says this case is active and ongoing. And, they said they're asking for tips no matter what to call a 615-451-3838. But I beg them to bring in help. Remove your pride. Remove your pride. No child, Sebastian or otherwise, should be left behind. None of them. And also, home should be safe. Listen to this. Home should be a safe place for our children. Sebastian should have felt safe in his home. But from what I've seen and from what I've heard, it didn't seem like it, in my opinion. It didn't seem like Sebastian felt safe in his own home. He tried to tell adults. There are at least 5 CPS reports for a fact that we know of, and nothing was done. Sebastian, I'm sure, got punished every time CPS came out. That's my opinion. Now, y'all got to remember, there was allegedly this meeting and all parents went to, okay? Seth didn't know about the CPS thing. But you got to remember, when you go to these meetings, so Seth wasn't notified. I was just thinking about this tonight. When they go to the IEP or whatever meeting they go to, the teacher's not going to say, oh, and by the way, Seth, did you know CPS come out to your house the other day? No, they're not allowed to do that. Once CPS is called and they go out, that's that. It's not up to the teachers anymore. No more talk about it. That's that. Okay? So just wanted to get that out there while I was thinking about it. But there was at least 5. Okay, please do. And you can also, y'all drop my email address, smileystory2, the number 2, you at yahoo.com. If you need me to help you get information to somebody or something like that, just email me. Okay. And I can do that as well. But yeah, please just, anything will help, but please do. And that any help is greatly appreciated. I know that. There's my email address, y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. But there was at least 5 CPS reports for a fact, and nothing was done. Sebastian, I'm sure, got punished every time. I feel like, and this is just my opinion. No, that's fine, Kelly. I'm saying if you want to email me with it, or you need me to try to get the information to Seth, or, Tony to Seth, or anything, just let me know and I can do that. You don't have, please, no, don't put anything out here if you don't feel like it. That's fine. I appreciate that. Don't do anything in public. That's fine. But that's my email address if you want to. But anyway, but his dad didn't know any of this, sadly, not until it was too late, not until he was gone, not until Smiley asked Chris, Chris Proudfoot on my channel in a 3-hour interview, have you ever had CPS called on you? Well, little did I know that not only was he going to tell a half truth, a partial truth, and say, yeah, one time here and one time in New Mexico, which nobody was thinking about New Mexico. I wasn't, that he offered up, that he was enjoying reliving at the time. He also said, well, there was this belt incident and a whack, look, I felt so damn bad about that. And I didn't know Seth was in the bushes. I just felt so bad. Seth can tell you if he ever comes in or anything like that. I even texted him. I was just like, I am so sorry. I texted him through the Cash App. I didn't even know how to get a hold of him at that time. I was just like, I'm sorry. I mean, I didn't know. I had no earthly idea what to do or say, And then he was, kind of laughing. And talking about, if y'all remember, he was talking about the caseworker, coming out, and they acted like they were getting Sebastian in trouble right there. And he couldn't tell on Chris because that was bad. And, nobody's going to do anything to help you, Sebastian. You can't be doing this. So no, in my opinion, Sebastian didn't feel safe in his home. Sebastian he didn't feel like he could trust anyone. He went to the adults. He went to people he trusted, And then look at Texas Roadhouse. Look at that video. He walks in. He walks with his hands in his pocket. He gets up. He walks to the bathroom with his hands in his pocket. He walks back to the table from the bathroom with his hands in his pocket. Now, when a teen walks with their hands in their pockets, it can mean anxiety or insecurity. Or with him being autistic, it may just be self-soothing and sensory stuff, but it could be creating a sense of safety. And again, why he needed to create a sense of safety from who or what? Yes, Donna, he probably walked on eggshells all the time, if you think about it. Also, when an adult don't believe a child, or a child thinks the adult don't believe them, especially about something so anything traumatic or important to them, then it leaves a negative impact on that child, in my opinion. They can feel a sense of betrayal, especially if it comes from, their mom or their dad or, a parent. They feel a deep, deep betrayal. They really feel let down. Oh my God. Prayers, Candy. I'm so sorry. Most definitely prayers. Everybody say some prayers for Candy. We'll definitely keep you in our prayers. Yeah, and Alicia, you said it right. He could have been forced to keep his hands in his pocket. Yeah, he could have got in trouble for stimming. Absolutely. Yeah, and he could have been afraid that night. But there was something else I was thinking. Oh my God, there was something. I have been thinking this, so I'm just going to say it now that you brought it up. So I have been wondering, and having a child with autism, it's been weighing heavily on my mind. Now, I think, and I've been thinking back, because mine's an adult now, but I've been thinking, he was biting his nails, but I was thinking back, even when mine was little and this, that, and other, and no two are the same, trust me. But Katie was probably really taking a chance, because, especially being out in public, because in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion, she told Sebastian something that made him nervous. And I don't know what she told him. None of us know what she told him. Hey, I will cut you out. But we've heard he could throw tantrums or, whatever. Hey, Barbara. Good to see you. How did she know he wouldn't, in the middle of the restaurant, freak out with whatever she told him? How? I'm just curious. Like, she took a big risk, in my opinion. So, again, I think they're either not telling the truth how he acted or carried on, or I don't know, something's just not right there, in my opinion. Yeah, he was rubbing his feet together, and then he started biting his nails, but he could have had a whole freak out on what she told him. She just took a big chance. Well, Texas Roadhouse, they play music. So that's when he first got out. And so he, that's normal for somebody with autism. That's his sensories. He would have had to do that to kind of get used to it, to get in. Just saying, kind of putting his hands towards his ears, that's a little bit too much. To kind of get his bearings together. But that's not what I'm really speaking about. I'm talking about after they were in there and she told him whatever she told him. I don't know. I don't know. Something just was off about that to me. But that's just me. Yeah, she didn't. I don't know. Nope, Gemini. Still wondering about that. And I don't get why she didn't. Thank you. I will cut you out. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, honey. I don't have my bells and whistles in here. Thank you. Woo, woo, woo. I don't think. I don't understand why she didn't give the updated pictures though to put on the flyers. That's what I don't understand. That bugs me too. But I think it's, I just think back to that. I don't think he was afraid of no, because I got a picture. Also, hold on a minute. I just took this today trying to do something. I couldn't really get it that good. See, where was it at? I was trying to do something with it. I don't know if I posted it or not, but I was trying to get a side view. Oh, Lord. Let's see. Hold on. Where he was looking at the waitress. Oh, you can't really see it this good because it's blurry, but I cut the waitress out, but he was kind of trying to get a little smile, but he's looking directly at the waitress when she's bending, if I didn't crop the waitress out, he'd be looking dead at her. And it's hard to see because I was trying to cut her out. I was trying to play around because I don't know how to do that very good. And it's hard to get a moving video to stop. But he was smiling, literally smiling. So, I don't know. But he was definitely not scared of that waitress. He liked the waitress. He really did, in my opinion. Hey, Hoot3. Hello, hello. But it's very important to them. And if they feel like an adult don't believe them, it can be a very, very deep betrayal to them. They might start feeling low self-esteem. They might try to isolate themselves because it's such a disbelief to them. They feel nothing but shame because then they feel like, oh, they think I lied. Now I'm just unworthy. So, so in the cases where if it's something like where it makes them, if they're abused or neglected, then it makes them more vulnerable, in my opinion. Yeah, he was polite to the waitress. That one, now you can make out he said thank you when she brought something over. But it could cause or put them in further harm. That's just my opinion. As a parent, you should always listen to your child and make them feel safe. Sometimes they just need to vent. They don't need to be fixed. They just need to vent it out. But you got to acknowledge their feelings. You got to give them your full attention. What's that? Move my mouse. You got to give them eye contact. Although he may not be one to give eye contact, he didn't seem to have a problem giving that waitress eye contact. But sometimes, like kids with autism don't do a lot of eye contact. But you can't force it either. You can't force it. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And sometimes some of them never do. But you got to give your child, autism or not, your full attention. You know, you got to listen. You got to put down that phone. You got to turn off that TV. You got to shut the world out. You got to sit down and talk with them. You know, I'm telling you. And look, something else I want to tell y'all. I'm telling y'all right now. All of us YouTubers have been telling y'all since day one, and it is true. Right now. Law enforcement usually watches all behavior. They're on here. They watch these channels too. But they usually watch all behavior, especially of the parents, period. If a parent is uncooperative, which, hold on, let's see what you're saying, Kiki. Ellie picks. My question, did Ellie get picked? Yes. Oh, I don't know. I'm sure they did because they got all phones. If that was not a burner phone. If that was not a burner phone. Yes. If it was not a burner phone. Now, when I talk to shit. What is the girl's name from Equisearch? Cisco, Twyla. When I talked to Twyla, she had talked to Katie, and I showed y'all that email, and Katie showed her those pictures, and Katie said, yes, yes, hold on just a minute. And Katie said, showed her those, said it was from that night. And Twyla said he was happy, which Seth said he wasn't, and he didn't look happy. I don't know how he looks to y'all, but he don't look to me. But anyway, and I asked her straight out. I've talked to her before, and I asked her straight out, did he look like he had any bruises on him? And she said no. Well, we see some in others that supposedly was that day, night, whatever, or, you know, in other pictures, it was supposedly the day before is what I'm trying to say, that weekend or whatever, that week. Bruises don't just go away. I trust Twyla with everything she says. Everything. So it makes me wonder, was that a burner phone? One, that Katie did not turn over to law enforcement that night. Did she have two phones there that night? And is that the one she showed Twyla and not the others? Like she had two phones. Right. In your opinion. So that's just what I'm saying. Funny face. Good to see you. Good to see you. I hadn't forgot you about that video. I got it wrote down. I hadn't forgot it. I'm sorry. I'm going to tag you in it. I promise. I promise. I got it somewhere. I know I do. I thought about that the other day. I just didn't get to get it. I got it. I hadn't forgot you. Hey, little red. Okay, so do you want to come up here? Woman's Warrior, is that what you want to do? I mean, what are you trying to tell me? Are you trying, or do you want to come up here? Is that what you want to do? Or was you just going to write it? Or are you? I'm not sure what you're doing. Anyway. What brought the ultimatum, especially when CP said, and Sebastian just thought he was going to get me kicked out of my house. Okay, yeah, email me with it. Absolutely. My opinion, that latest. I do too, Bliss Blessings. I absolutely do. Yes. Yes. So, absolutely. Okay, so law enforcement usually watches all the behavior. Okay, so we know that law enforcement said, I didn't mean to get off track. Sorry about that. Law enforcement usually says that they're being cooperative. Are they being cooperative now? I don't know. I don't think they've had much contact with Ellie. Just saying. Just my opinion. But look, I'm telling you, they watch everything. And I'm not just saying online, but they do. Law enforcement usually watches all the behavior, especially of the parents, period. This is the part I want to tell y'all. If a parent is uncooperative, evasive, disinterested, anybody in this case hadn't been disinterested, have they? Just saying. Or anything like that, they look at all of that and they take into account, is it shock? Is it trauma? Is it mental? Is it rugs? Is it guilt? Is it anything like that? Could it be involvement? Now they look like they also look at I agree. They also look at parents if they have a lack of involvement and later on has been sometimes later on they have been charged with their child's disappearance. But look, if a child is missing, a parent appears unwilling and actively search or help in the investigation, that's very deeply concerning for a law enforcement officer. And yes, it raises red flags. So don't think it don't. It raises red flags. But it don't always mean it's proof of any wrongdoing either. But trust and believe it's something for them to be concerned about, not just us, because they are concerned. Also, just FYI, let's say, it's bike week in Myrtle Beach. Let's just also say someone was not present. Okay, let's just say someone was not present, okay, when Sebastian went missing, but tells the entire story as if they were. That's very concerning. Don't y'all think that's very concerning? That can be called obstruction of justice. That can obstruct an investigation if someone is trying to manipulate the narrative. Right, Chris? Just saying. Maybe guilt or knowledge of the event itself. Yes, Susie, it's awful suspicious, isn't it? Good night, Lisa. But providing false information to police, especially in a missing person or criminal case, is a crime. That's a crime all in itself, right? Yeah, Betsy. How does he know all this much? I am serious. I don't get it. That can lead to obstruction of justice or interference with an investigation. You know, just seeming like you know too much. If someone was not there, but they talk and claim to know exact details, which in this case, well, y'all know, in my opinion, they're trying to deflect suspicion, or they have secondhand knowledge, definitely at the very least, that they should not have. And they're trying their best to control a narrative. They're trying to shift public attention. And if you are aware of somebody doing that, it should be reported to the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, to Brandon Carter. That's the kind of stuff he needs to know. Their behavior might be important content for leads to find Sebastian. And don't forget, you can email a video. You can email a timestamp. It's easier for him. That's what he wanted from me, 3 pieces. It's easier for him to look at a timestamp. And that is B as in boy, Carter, CARTER, at Sumner, SUMNER, Sheriff, SHERIFF.com. If you think somebody knows too much and is doing too much, all children need to be safe, and all children need to feel safe. And we need to keep them as safe as possible, especially when it's our own. We can spread awareness. We can share safety tips on social media and within your community. Advocate and engage with local law enforcement to ensure a child's safety measures are in place. Give out resources. Teach our children, even in their own home, open communication. Make it known they can feel safe telling you anything. Teach them no one has the right to touch your body inappropriately, and teach them to trust their gut and always speak up if they feel unsafe. Not all threats, unfortunately, come from strangers. Know your children, friends, and their routines, and their friends' family. Check on them. Like Sebastian was autistic, even though he was high functioning, please put the alarms on the doors. I'm not talking about Brinks. I'm not talking about ADT. I'm talking about the little alarms that you get in Lowe's or Walmart's that buzz. Like if you have a pool and you go out the door. Surely, Chris, you could do that. You should have did it. You want to protect your family so bad. Just saying. Install GPS or wearable trackers. Have a family emergency plan. Have a safe word. You know, so many things, so many times, just in Sebastian's case alone, has happened under Katie and Chris's roof. Allegedly. Now he's gone. Now he's gone. And they're just going on about their business. Hey, Francis. How many more children has to go missing out of their own home? And how many more children do we have to find out go missing when their parents are there? How many? Hey, Linda. When is someone going to be held accountable? Right, Kiki, and they do. Yeah, I've saw that lately. You have Apple tags for your kids' bags at school? Yep, you have to. You have to. You absolutely have to. Alicia Hot Wheels. Oh, God. Yep. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. I don't know, but I know one thing. Laws need to be changed. Things need to be changed. It's just crazy. It really is. But Sebastian, my story's not over. My story's not over. We're not going to let Sebastian's story be over. We're going to keep talking about Sebastian, and we're going to keep putting his name and face out, and that's the way it's going to be. And just continue to like and share, and anything that you can do, please, please do anything. Just keep his name out there daily. Everyone write into Mr. Patel with FBI. Thank you, SI officer. Anything that's helpful that you can do, please do it. Absolutely, please do it. Let's see. Who are we talking about here, Karen? Did I miss something? Hey, Frank. Thanks. Thank you. I appreciate you all being here. If you have any information own Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, please call 1-800-TBI-FINE, 615-451-3838. Of course, you can call 1-833-TELL-DOG. Any FBI agent in your area. Oh, yeah, none of that should have been said to Britt. Yeah, absolutely. You know what? That should be absolutely turned in. I'm sorry, I had missed what y'all said. Absolutely. That was disgusting. Absolutely. Thank you all, and just keep his name and face out there. And I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much, and y'all have a great night. Bye.